7:30.
You're on.
I can tell.
Okay, you're on.
But turn up just a little.
Okay, you're up.
Put it on 3 o'clock. There you go, 3 o'clock. Yeah. And yours too, so we can hear you.
Okay, we're all on.
Oh, you can turn yours
3
down.
o'clock.
You can turn yours a little down. Yeah.
Okay. They're yelling at me about the levels and then telling me mine's turned up a little too
All right.
loud.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are at East Clinton High School in Lees Creek, Ohio. And tonight we've got girls volleyball. The varsity girls of the East Clinton Astros are hosting the Goshen Warriors tonight on Campus Nation. This is our first trip into East Clinton, I think, that where we've actually done a girls volleyball match. I had to look through our archives. We've got like 650 different videos that we've got there. We might have done a girls volleyball match before, but I'm not sure. We want to let everybody know that the video is going to be very grainy tonight. We have problems both in the East Clinton press box, and we're going to be doing a football game at East Clinton here this Friday night. But we also have problems in the building. And so even with Verizon, our service is very limited. So the quality of the video is not going to be our regular HD video. But
during the stream.
That's right. After the stream, later this evening, we will post the actual recorded HD video on the website. So if you want to see it and you want to see it in razor sharp 1080p HD video for your television or whatever, you can always tune back in later to our YouTube channel and play it on your big smart screen television. So tonight we've got my wife, Sydney Alexis Phillips, yours truly, Rick Phillips, and Joe Davis is going to be calling the action tonight. Joe, you awake?
Huh?
You awake?
Yeah, I think so.
Our volleyball expert and volleyball referee.
And he's the only one that we could get to come out here. So.
And then nobody else wants to do it.
Well, we did entice him with a couple cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
From McDonald's.
And our cameraman, Dean Thompson.
That's right. Dean is he's sort of catty-cornered to us. We're here at the scorer's
table.
We'll
give you a view of his angle.
That's right. And that's Dean Thompson on that camera over across the way. But anyway, I'm going to turn this over to the broadcast crew. And Sydney, you can turn me down for the time being.
We have no problem with that.
All right, Rick's turned off.
Rick's turned off. Reagan Walker, thank you.
But he is standing up in front of his camera, so you just got a shot of Rick.
Whether you wanted it
Whether
or
you
not.
wanted it or not. Thank you, Rick.
Well, we got Goshen versus East Clinton tonight. And Goshen is in the, I believe it's the American, and East Clinton's in the National. So the Goshen, the American is actually the bigger schools, and East Clinton's in the with the smaller schools, but they play each other back and forth, the two leagues. Goshen this year, right now, is 7-4 on the year. East Clinton is 10-2. And second, I'll tell you who they've lost to and won to. Goshen has, they're 3-2 in the league and 7-6 overall, it says here. And East Clinton is 7-1 in the league and 10-2 overall for an .833 percentage, while Goshen has a .583 overall percentage. They're 500 in the league. Well, excuse me, 600 in the league, 3 for 2. No, wait a minute, Goshen. I've got Goshen Batavia backwards right there. 3-3 in the league. I had Batavia marked. Goshen is 3-3 in the league, which is 500, and 7-5 total for 583 thing. East Clinton again is 7-2, and they've lost to early in the first game of the season. East Clinton lost to Miami Trace on very good matches, and both schools have improved, and they play each other coming up. I think it's October 10th, and East Clinton also lost to Williamsburg, and I think East Clinton has a mental thing against Williamsburg. They were up on them last year, and then all of a sudden Williamsburg scored a couple, and they just sort of like gave up, it seemed like. This year they were down there, and lost at Williamsburg, but Williamsburg's getting ready to, on October 8th, come up here and play East Clinton. And that's going to be an interesting match to see who comes out on top on that one. Got some things here listed. I got the starters, which I'll go over here with you in a minute. East Clinton lost to Miami Trace, and their scores were 25-19, 25-21, and 25-20. All very high-scoring games. Anybody could do it. Then they lost to Williamsburg, 25-20, 25-20, 25-20. Again, a play here or there, that whole thing turns around. And then, again, their two big games coming up in the season are Thursday the 8th and Saturday the 10th of October. Williamsburg on the 8th, Miami Trace then on the 10th. And then they've also follow up with Clinton Massey, Bethel Tate, Lynchburg, and Hillsboro.
Definitely a lot coming up.
Yes, it is. I had Goshen's marked here a second ago. I was trying to find it. Rick threw me a whole bunch of papers. I marked all these down.
Right now, they're currently still warming up. Here tonight, it's their volleyball breast cancer awareness game going on. If you couldn't tell by all of the pink decor in the venue.
Yeah. And trying to find, I don't know what happened to the Goshen.
You got a lot of paperwork
record.
to sort
I know
through,
it. I got it. A whole bunch of paper. Oh, here it is. I had it right in front of me, and it just didn't look right. Goshen has lost to Colerain. Their first game of the season, they beat Western Brown in their own league. Then they turned around and played at Colerain, lost. At Indian Hill, lost. I've refereed Indian Hill already this year. And Batavia, they beat Batavia. They beat Blanchester at Blanchester, and I actually had that match that night. They lost at Clinton Massey. They beat Claremont Western, or Claremont CNE, Claremont Northeastern, Bethel Tate. They beat Wilmington and the Cincinnati Trailblazers, whoever they are. I don't
Whoever
know.
that is.
Whoever it's now coming up. They also lost. Then they turned around and lost the last two matches: New Richmond and Western Brown. And again, they beat Western Brown first game of the season, but then the last match, Tuesday the 29th, which was last night, they lost 25-19, 25-16, 9-25, and 25-23. So they lost last night to Western Brown on the rematch. And then coming up, tonight they got East Clinton. Then they play Batavia, Massey, Miami Valley Christian, Wilmington, and then the final match of the season again is in their league, New Richmond. And New Richmond is probably winning that division, just like they are in football.
I was going to say I have not seen them in volleyball, but they are very good at football.
Yeah.
And speaking of football, we will be covering the East Clinton versus Blanchester football game this Friday night here at East Clinton High School on campusnation.com. So if you guys want to tune in and watch that as well this Friday night.
In the league, American League, Western Brown is on top. Not Western Brown, not New Richmond. Western Brown's on top, 5-1, and they beat Western Brown first game of the season. And
wow.
then, but they lost the second time. So Western Brown's only loss is to Goshen.
Okay.
And then Goshen's second in the league. Batavia is second in the league. Goshen is actually third in the American League division. Clinton Massey, New Richmond, and then Wilmington, which is 1-5. In the national division, Williamsburg is 7-0. East Clinton is 7-1, and their only loss is to Williamsburg, and they've got that rematch coming up. Then they follow up with CNE, Felicity, Blanchester, Georgetown, and Bethel Tate.
They're going to announce the raffle prize
and
winners
I might
now.
win, so I got to listen.
Joe Davis has to tune in to see if he's won.
Everybody quiet now.
First up is Game Day, donated by Game Day.
Number 1.
Lucky number is 856094.
Somebody came in after me.
was not Joe Davis. But congratulations to the winner of this prize.
I don't. Was that the East Clinton? Oh, I think the one that had the Ohio State on it. Darn. I may not even be in on this one, so won't win it.
8-5, 6-1, 4-1.
Again, that's somebody came in way after me.
Joe bought tickets for almost every raffle basket, so we have to be quiet for a few minutes.
Okay, this is the T-shirts and ball cap. I can wear it when I'm coaching bowling. Hey!
And the bowling coach won!
So make sure you call aunts, uncles, grandmas, grandpas around the world because we're live streaming across the globe. And our final basket is
I won.
boosters. It looks like a lot of good stuff in there. 8-5, 6-1, 9-6. Oh my goodness, they're right in front of us. The Bowman. All right, congratulations.
What is the irony?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
The East Clinton bowling coach wins a basket of
With-
East Clinton merchandise.
Wait, well, I got a hat to wear for at bowling
This,
now.
this is great. Don't lose your bracelet.
Oh yeah, it was hooked onto there.
Don't lose it.
Is this bracelets? I
It's
don't wear
the-
bracelets.
Well, I mean, find someone who does. Don't lose them. They're
My
playing
magic
cards.
trick.
keep yourself and your loved ones 6 feet apart from other families. Our ability to follow these guidelines will go a long way.
All right, both teams are lined up on the end lines. I think we're getting ready for the national anthem. And
Ladies and gentlemen, we live in the greatest country like no other.
don't know if I can stand up here.
I was going to say, I don't know if we can get up in this small amount of space.
Remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem by our own Miss Reagan Walker.
Miss Reagan Walker from East Clinton is singing the national anthem. And again, Reagan Walker from East Clinton. I believe she's on the freshman volleyball team.
Not only a great singer, but a great student athlete here at East Clinton High School. Ladies and gentlemen, your volleyball match tonight is a matchup of interdivisions between the SBAC. From your American division, it will be Goshen High School. And from your national division, it will be East Clinton High School. Your attendance and support of student athletes and
Both
coaches
teams
is
are scarlet and gray,
by both schools.
and Goshen
Both of our teams
is in gray, while East Clinton is in scarlet red.
throughout the contest and administrated by
Both Libros are white.
Your officials assigned tonight's match have met the requirements set by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and have been assigned by the SBAC. Your officials for tonight's match is Mr. Mike Evans
Mike Evans is officiating. He'll be the down official.
and Mr. Jerry Savage.
And Mr. Jerry Savage,
The athletes,
who I've
coaches, and
refereed
officials are guests of
basketball
East
with,
Clinton High School.
is
All
doing
fans
the
are asked to
up
respect
referee.
for their effort they give and put forth for tonight's contest. We ask that all attending show courtesy and respect to fellow fans, officials, coaches, and guest administrators. Your team and your opponent for tonight are, first up, your from Goshen High School, your Lady Warriors.
Starting lineup.
Number 1, a junior, Madison Hornsby. Number 5, a sophomore, Isabella Blatter. Number 7, a senior, Taylor Smith.
Taylor Smith's the libero.
A sophomore, number 10, Peyton Oversley. Number 12, a sophomore, Tristan Smiley. Number 17, a senior, Amber Frazier. And now your starters
I believe
for
Amber is
the Lady
injured.
Warriors.
Number 17, Amber
Number
Frazier
14,
is
a
injured.
junior, Delaney Hughes. A freshman. Number 13, Cameron Cord. A sophomore. Number 9, Marina Gar. Number 8, a sophomore, Cheyenne Thomas. Number 4, a junior, Christina Smith. And number 2, a junior, Michaela Warren. The coach, that head coach, Amy Bryan. Ladies, good luck. Have a great match.
And
Now get on
here
your
comes
feet
East Clinton starters.
for your Lady Astros. A sophomore, number 16, Cammy Whitaker. A sophomore, number 5, Megan Tom. A junior, number 1, Mackenzie Pence. A junior, number 7, Lydia Kessler. A senior, number 13, Jerica Hall. A senior, number 3, Manny Clark. And a senior, Yarmavera, number 35, Alexis Rowe.
Alexis Roth is the libero.
A junior, number 8, Kelsey Lilly.
Kelsey Lilly, junior, only junior starting.
Number 22, Lauren Hadley.
Lauren Hadley, senior.
A sophomore, number 15, Elizabeth Evanshine.
Libby Evanshine,
A senior, number 20,
sophomore starting.
Gracie Hall.
Gracie Boggs,
A senior, number 11, Katrina Bowman.
Katrina Bowman, another senior.
And a senior, number 2, Gracie Evanshine.
Gracie
Your
Evershine.
ladies Astros, the coach Sarah Sedini. Ladies, good luck and have a great match.
Excuse me. Got a little cough in my throat there I couldn't get rid of. All right, good teams are now huddling up and meeting. Which, this is one of the things that get me. Girls are huddling. They're got your arms around each other. They're huddling. They're close.
Just one team huddling. But yes, with the COVID rules,
Right.
you would think they wouldn't be allowed to do that.
And they'll play in a minute. They'll
And
bump
they're
into each other.
basically touching.
They'll bump into each other. But when they come over to sit down, they got to put a mask on and sit 6 feet apart.
But yet in
Don't make
football,
sense.
they aren't allowed to touch the same ball. They got to drop the beanbag. The refs can't touch the ball.
Some leagues
But in
actually
volleyball,
throw,
they all touch the same ball.
and in some leagues,
They
every
group
play
up.
they throw out a different ball. They've
Yeah.
got 6 balls out there.
It's interesting to see the differences between the leagues and the sports.
Right. To me, if you're out there playing, you're huddling up, you're breathing on each other,
Yeah.
you're bumping into. Why do you have to sit 6 feet
And
apart and wear a mask?
at the
It doesn't make
net, they're
sense.
basically breathing on each other.
Yeah,
You
the
know
two teams
how
are
close
standing-
they are.
they're inches apart. And here comes the serve, number 14 for Goshen, being played by East Clinton. And number 2 throws it, hits it out of bounds for East Clinton, and that is Gracie Evershine. Goes up to hit hard, hits it out of bounds. So number 14 for Goshen is back again, which is Delaney Gary. Played up by East Clinton, set up by the libero, bumped over. Goshen's up, hits the middle hit, and she hits into the net. That should be, ooh, it should be the other way around. Yeah. We had both people in the net, both officials called in the net, so we're going to do a replay. The girl hit the ball and went into the net, and the down official had the East Clinton girl in the net. If both touch it, yep. And we've got a reserve. And ball nicks the net and didn't go straight down almost. And another point for Goshen, 2-0. And, oh, hit the ball to the back to Libby Evershine and trickled off her hand out of bounds. 3-0. East Clinton starting off a little cold right now, so we've got to get warmed up. And Delaney Gary. And to Libby Evershine and off her hands again, out of bounds. So now score is 0-4 for Goshen. See where Gary hits it this time. Gets it to the back row, set up, and the ball's going out of bounds. East Clinton went up, and that was Gracie Boggs, and the ball went out to the right. Oh, they're throwing to the wrong side. Okay, yeah. Yes, still Goshen's ball. They threw the ball to East Clinton. 0-5. East Clinton needs to get something going here. Okay, Libby Evershine hits it up. Ball set up. And point East Clinton. Good job for East. Excuse me. Good ball. Good job for East Clinton. And back to serve for East Clinton is Katrina Bowman. Nice serve over in the net and hit to the middle back row and immediately hit out of bounds to the right. So it's 2-5. East Clinton's trailing, but they're getting back in the game now. It's just all they needed was just something to warm them up. Again, ball over, and again, back row, hit out of bounds. Hit back
I think sometimes once you start getting in the groove.
Yes. It just takes that, you're down to just a couple good things happen, and boom, you're in. Nice hit to the back row, set by Gary. And unfortunately, East Clinton set it over the net, but out of bounds. So we have it, number 12 coming into game for number 2 for Goshen, and number 11 coming into game for number 4. All right, number 11 immediately goes back to set. That's Esther Daniels. Goes back to serve, excuse me, I think said so.
I love animated fans.
Yes. Oh, man. Libby hit one off her hands again out of bounds. She's having a rough start in the back on those first serves. Still got a smile on her face, though, so she'll come out of it. And she plays that ball up good. Ball set up. Knocked over by Sister Evershine. Gracie. Ball set up. Gracie goes down, and it's in. Yes, good hit. Oh, wait a minute. What have we got here? Oh, okay. I thought he was pointing to the other team, but he just pointed down. East Clinton serve. Goshen up. Taps over. Well played by Bowman. Ball's tapped over again. East Clinton setting up. Bowman sets it. Nice hit. Good. East Clinton ball, nice block. I think that was by Libby Evershine, I'm not sure. Gracie Evershine back to serve. Nice serve to the back end, hit out, making the score 6-8. So it was 5-0, now 6-8. East Clinton getting themselves settled down a little
Heating
bit.
up.
Again, Gracie Evershine. Nice set, serve. Goshen, and hits in. Nice hit from the back. I couldn't see, I think that was by number 12, I believe, hit that ball, which is Tristan Smiley. He came into the game. Number, is that 13 or 19 serving? Oh, boy. Libby Evershine ball went to set it on the serve, and it trickled right through her fingers. Can you read her number?
I believe that's 13, and I think she's a freshman, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Which is very surprising to see on a varsity team.
Yes. And hit over the net. East Clinton hits it, goes up, hits ceiling, and comes straight down for another point. And number 13 for their team is Cameron Coors, a freshman and starter. And nice play by East Clinton. Katrina Bowman hit it over, and Goshen gets it back. Set up and hit down. Great hit by Libby Evershine. Good ball. Nice hit. Okay, back to serve now is Gracie Boggs.
I think what's helping this East Clinton team a lot is that they're keeping a really good attitude.
Yes, yes. Did you notice they're all smiling?
They're
not getting
upset about the fact that they're.
Now, they were 5-0, and they all still had
Yes.
smiles on their face. They know that they can come out of that.
When you start being really down on yourself is when you really get in the hole.
And Goshen hits out of bounds, and East Clinton gets the ball back. In comes Jerica Boggs, coming in for Lauren Hadley. Jerica, number 13. Nice hit over it. Set, middle hit, and out of bounds. East Clinton's 9-12. They're only down 3 now.
Can definitely make a comeback here.
All I think East Clinton has to do is just play steady and play their game, and eventually it'll be right back there. And blocked at the net, and knocked back. Goshen tried to save it, but it goes into the net, and East Clinton gets the point, 10-12. Jerica Boggs back to serve. Unfortunately, where I'm set up here, I got the pole between me, so I can't see some of Goshen's numbers sometimes. Set up by Gary. Hit over, inbounds, nice hit. Again, that was number 12. No, that was number 11, excuse me. Number 11, Esther Daniels for them. She's coming out now after making that great play. Number 4 going in for her. Number 12 is back to serve now. Whoa, 2 girls went together, but luckily they played the ball for East Clinton. Ball's over to Goshen, set. Up, hit, block at the net. Jerica Boggs sets it up, and almost a great play. Almost a great play by Gracie Evershine, but
Now this Goshen team is keeping a pretty steady rotation on their girls.
right. Nice hit for East Clinton by Bowman. And another hard hit out of bounds by Goshen. East Clinton makes the play, so they get the ball. Number 2 going in for number 12 for Goshen. And that is Michaela Warren going in the game. Service by Libby Evershine. Goshen taps the ball at the net. East Clinton hits the ball back to the backside. Nice pickup by Bowman. Up, Evershine taps it over the block and gets the point. Great play by Gracie Evershine. Goes up like she's going to hit hard, then just dinked it over. Big, nice serve, point to the back. Ball over. Oh, nice block. Jerica Boggs tried to bump it over, but the block was there and just brought it right back down. In for East Clinton now. Number 3, Alexis. No, that's not. It says I got Alexis Roth here as number 3. Number 3 going in the game, but I don't think that's Alexis Roth. I don't know. She must have changed numbers that I've got. East Clinton gets the side out, and incoming is Gracie Boggs coming back in.
Yeah, number 3's jersey says Clark on the
Yeah,
back.
Clark is is who played. My sheet says Alexis Roth
maybe
just
we just
served.
have,
She's
like,
got number
an
35. She's got number. Yeah, I've got an older
Roster
sheet
or
or
something.
roster sheet. It's number 35 is Alexis Roth, and she just served. But East Clinton long rally loss. It's 13-16, close game. East Clinton still down by 3. Gary is back to serve again, number 14, and again they're letting that play.
Interesting.
They're saying it was a pancake, but that one was not. I thought it hit the ground, but
I was going to say, I could have swore that hit the ground,
Yeah,
but I'm not
but-
a ref, so.
yeah, and you got to make that decision quick.
So they just let the time run here?
Yeah, they've got a 1-minute timeout.
Okay.
They come over, they run the clock for a minute. If they want back on, they'll go back on and stop. What's that?
We don't have any commercials. No.
If we do, we'll just mention them as we go. Yeah, right. No, we don't have that. No. All right. Referee asking if they needed to do a stoppage for a couple seconds so we could do a commercial, which I thought was very nice.
Yes, that is very considerate, but we don't have any commercials this time for you folks, other than to let you know we will be covering the Blanchester at East Clinton football game this Friday night here on CampusNation.com, so tune in.
Tune in and watch. Again, back to serve is Delaney Gary. And again, she has a ball that goes right over the net, either nicks the net or just clears the net and goes down. She's hard to bring back. She's the one that got him the 5-0 set. It's now 13-18. We're still down that 5-point difference. Ball to the back. Alexis Roth tried to make a good play on it, diving and brought it up, but unfortunately went out of bounds. 13-19, we're down 6, and we're getting close to that 20 mark. Miss Clark made a great play, bringing the ball up, nice dig. And good, hit it in the back row. Number 2 for their team, tried to make a one-handed hit. Poor judgment, that was Michaela Warren, and it went out of bounds. Lauren Hadley coming back in the game for Miss Boggs, Jerica Boggs. And nice jump serve by Katrina Bowman. 15-19. Okay. Usually I always said the team that gets to 20 first, 85% of the time seems to go on and win. Not always, but usually. So it's nice hit from the back row, brought it over to East Clinton. Bowman sets it. Nice up by Evershine and hits it. Oh, brought back over.
That
And
would've been a close
Evershine
ball.
up again from the back. And nice hit. Hits the net, falls down between 2 of their hitters. 16-19. East Clinton's back within 3.
They still might make it to 21st.
Yes, that's true. Nice Bowman, nice jump serve to the back row. Hit, brought back in. Oh, that's going to be 4 hits, so right there, 4. So East Clinton now 17-19, back within 2. Bowman with hit into the net. Makes it 17-20. What East Clinton needs here is a quick side out, which will give them 18, and then get over the 20 mark in their next set of serve, and it equals things out. But they got to get a stop here. Number 11 back to serve for their team. I'm trying to find number 11. Oh, there it is. Esther Daniels. Oh, ball went over the net down. I tell you, that's a dangerous thing. When that ball hits the net and goes down, it's almost impossible to play back. Well, you got to... Lauren Hadley hits it over. Nice down. Oh, that's a double. That's a double. Yes. She didn't block it. She went up and attacked it.
One.
If she goes up on that first ball and blocks, and it bounces back, she can hit it.
Yep.
But if you go up and hit, you cannot then attack it again. Another hit over the net, brought up, nice dig by Alexis Roth. Evershine sets it. Gracie Boggs knocks it over. Goshen brings it back. Nice set by Clark. And, oh, nice save by Goshen, but it's going to be too little too late. Ball gets hit over by the benches and broke back. Okay, score is 18-22. East Clinton still down 4. We got Libby Evershine coming back in for Clark. Laney Clark. I don't think I ever said Laney before. And a very hard serve. I tell you what, when the other team's over 20, you've got to get your serves in. You cannot hit out of bounds. You cannot hit into the net. When you're trailing and the other team's in 20s, you've got to get your serves in.
Precision.
This is the freshman serving again, the 13. Nice bump over by Evershine, Libby Evershine. All right, who's going back to serve now is Gracie Boggs. Ball hit over by Gracie to the back row. Set by Gary and not hit over. Again, very poor hit by number 9.
And now it's 20 Astros, 23 Warriors.
23. So we're up there. When you're within 20 and the other team's not out, you've easily got a chance. All thing you got to do is play good, clean volleyball. And game point. Goshen has the ball. Ball was knocked out of bounds off East Clinton. Here goes the serve. And ball's going immediately out of bounds off at number 7 for East Clinton. And they lose the first game 25-20.
And we move to game 2.
Hold on a second. Okay. Well, East Clinton, it was a close game. Again,
That was very close.
East Clinton's one loss to when they played Williamsburg, 25-20, 25-20,
Yep.
25-20. East Clinton is used to playing close games. It doesn't faze them. They're going to come out this game. That game is behind them. They're not going to let that game
That
from
was
what
a
they've
good
done all
warm-up.
year. Yes.
That was not
They got
a
behind
far
early,
stretch.
whatever, and they lost by 5. That 0-5 at the beginning, they played even with them the rest of the way through. So now this game's starting new. If East Clinton can start ahead early, it can be a whole different ball game this game, and they'll play like they forgot that game. It's over with.
And they have a different mindset now.
I mean, you got like 6 or 7 seniors for Wilmington. You know, they've been through this over and over and over again. So they don't let one bad play, one bad game upset them. They'll just throw it aside and keep going. And that's why they're 7-2 on the season.
But the other thing that's nice about this is since there's multiple, I guess you could call it rounds or matches, is that you get to see how your opponent plays.
Right.
And get the feel for them
And
and
I
get
tell
the
you
lay of the land, if you will, and then play them again.
Since Goshen's not in their league, I mean, in their division of the league, they don't see them as often as they do Blanchester, Wilmington, the other schools. Okay, so let's go and see how they played other schools. They've lost to teams East Clinton has beat this year. So that shows you where it should be. Doesn't always mean the same thing. But like you said, the team and the coaches saw things right there in that game. They'll say, keep it away from this player.
Yes.
Things like that. Or when this player gets the ball to the net, get your blockers up or get back off the net. Because she likes to dink.
A lot of times
If you see a girl that likes to dink a lot,
in
set for
sports, for example, I played golf growing up. You play someone, and it might be a year until you play that person
Right.
again, and they may have changed their complete way of play by then. You know what I mean?
But
And
if this here, you got big girls that go up the net, and if the block's there, you'll see them dink it over somebody. So if you see a certain number on Goshen's side, dink 5 or 6 times that game.
Yes, you can alter your
Then you
way
tell
of game
then- yeah.
almost immediately
So
after.
you tell your girls this game, and they're waiting for that.
Yes. Which is pretty cool,
Yeah.
in my opinion. So
Looks like East Clinton is starting out with Katrina Bowman as their lead server.
And you can change your lineup, you
Yeah.
know, which girls you have out on the.
Nice serve, back row middle. Bumped, and Gary bumps it over. She's the setter, but it got to her. And Gracie Evershine. Nice, she just set the ball right to the middle hole, and nobody played it. That's where you want to hit it a lot of times. If you hit it right between everybody, everybody expects somebody else to hit it. Nice set by serve by Katrina. And another ball from the back row into the net, knocked out of bounds by Goshen. East Clinton now is ahead 2-0 this game. See a whole different ball game this game. Katrina Bowman up again. Nice serve to the back. And
But we're seeing completely different combinations
Yes.
of people on the court now.
that was hit to their libero, which immediately shanked it over, but to a back row person who immediately shanked it out of bounds. So again, East Clinton up 3-0. And that was going out of bounds, and they saved it. And East Clinton gets a point. She bumped it all the way up to the front row. Nobody was there to get it.
And we're now
4-0.
for East Clinton, 0.
Back row, okay. Another serve to the libero and off 5-0. This is where East Clinton was last time when they put a stop to it and got a
Yeah.
score. So let's see where East Clinton goes. Again, see, East Clinton just put that first
So-
game behind them and went on. That's what's good about this team. Nice serve. Ball saved. Tapped up and straight out of bounds. So 6-0 East Clinton. Girl went up and she tried to dink it over the block, but she did, but out of bounds when she did it. Back row, set up to the front row, hit over, Evershine hit it over, but bumped back. Ball still alive on Goshen's side. And we got a
I don't know what
gonna-
the call was.
well, they're saying
was
the ball
that a double on one side? Because
I think it
almost
was
looked like
touch.
she touched it twice. And
They're
then,
keeping it. East Clinton got the ball. They're saying the ball went up, got hit down. I think the ball was touched, and that's why it's not a 2. They were calling a 2. Ball's set up. East Clinton's got it. Bowman sets it up. Here goes Evershine up. Nice hit and out of and off of Goshen,
good.
number 10, and out of bounds. 8-0.
But what I like about this is the team doesn't seem to be getting cocky about
Right.
the play.
Hit up in the net and was touched. That's why it wasn't a 2. I thought she touched it. Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see that part. Okay, I thought it was off the one where it came down, back down to her. All right. If it hit her shoulder, you're right. That would have been 2. And I'm asking the official on the play. I thought there was a touch. Well, what happened is where I thought it was hit into the net and then hit back down, which would have been, if it hit the net and came down, hitting the same girl hit it, that's a 2. Can't do that. Can't hit it twice. But the other girl touched it. But
Yeah, so that was my confusion because I thought she had touched it twice.
But if it comes down, if she hits it and it hits off her shoulder, boom, boom, that's legal too. So I'm not sure if
Okay.
that could have been illegal.
But then they
too.
just kept playing
Yes.
for like
Well,
another minute and a
right.
half. So I was like, I guess they're just going to keep it
And
because
that's-
they just kept playing.
served by Bowman, hit to the back row off number 4 for Goshen, and immediately out of bounds. That was Christina Smith. 9-0.
To nothing.
Bowman hits and then
Is that out of bounds?
Boy, I thought it hit the line from this angle, but the line judgment said it was out of bounds, so it probably was. So it's because they called it. Yeah, but boy, I thought it looked
I
like
was
it died
like,
quick.
was it?
Girl went to serve it and didn't realize they were bringing another player in. Number 12 came in for Goshen. Back row, Gracie over the net to Goshen. Goshen hits it up and out of bounds. I was trying to say, I said Gracie and it threw me off. Alexis Roth is the one that set that serve, and East Clinton got it back over and ended up getting the point. Gracie Evershine. Hit serves it to the back row. Oh, brought back over. Bowman sets it. Evershine hits it down. Libby Evershine. I tell you what, you say Evershine hits it, you're going to be
No.
right because there's 2 Evershines out there. Just got to make which sister hit it. That's Libby. She's the younger sister. Both can jump and both can hit. Her sister is serving right now, Gracie Evershine. Nice set to the back row. Bumped up. Gary sets it to the other side, but out of bounds. It's going to be 12-1 East Clinton. Ball served to the back row. Back row hit. Saved up. Great play by Evershine to save that ball. Gets it over, hits it in the net, saved. And hit to the back row. Alexis hits it up. Bowman sets it over. It's on the first hit. It's on the first hit. It's legal. Ball still alive. Oh, and the other team tried to hit it quick, but what she did was literally just grabbed it and threw it at her own feet, trying to throw it over the net. And it's now 13-1. Oh, there's a... That's the one I'm talking about.
I was like, I don't.
That was
Was that
definitely a
good?
lift. That was a lift.
I was like, I
Yeah,
thought that was a penalty.
Uh,
I know I'm not a ref.
Yeah, the
but
ref didn't call it. She grabbed it here and just sort of
kinda-
brought it out. And
I know they can't see us,
it's
so
called.
I'm like,
It's called pro. I was showing you. I wasn't saying that to
I
them.
was like,
It's prolonged contact, so it should have been called. But we go on.
we digress.
Right. And ball at the net, and she hits it in the net, and East Clinton gets point, 14-2. So even with the bad call, East Clinton they just go on. They didn't phase them.
This is what I mean. They keep the good spirits and the good energy, and I think that's also helping them with their gameplay.
Yeah. Is that out of bounds? Yeah, it is. I thought it was on the other side of the antenna, which wasn't called, but it still went out of bounds. So East Clinton 15-2. Who we got back here serving? We got a new player in the game I didn't see
That's
come
number
in.
one.
Number 1. Nice hit. Number 1 for East Clinton is Mackenzie Pence. Like I said, I didn't see her come in the game, and so we got a nice serve by Mackenzie. Mackenzie serves another ball. Back row, get up. Gary saves it, hits it up, sets. Set by Evershine. Oh!
Ooh, that was a nice spike.
She hit into the net, though. Ball was above the net. Yeah, that was a good call.
Okay.
The ball was down, but her
So-
follow through hit the net.
Does the point go away?
No,
or-
the
okay.
point goes to that team. It goes away from East Clinton, yes.
So it's 16-3.
16-3. Yep. See, they
All
just
right.
changed the score.
I just want to make sure our score is accurate.
Here's the
Like,
freshman serving for Goshen. Hit over and save by East Clinton. Great save. Gracie Boggs brought that ball up, and I thought it was down. Nice save again by Bowman. Nice ball. Oh, Libby Evershine would have made a nice block, but unfortunately went out of bounds. Great play on that ball, though. They were ready to play it. 16-4. Still got a nice big lead. Just need a side out. Ball up. Bowman sets. Gary sets. East Clinton blocks. The ball's up and out of bounds. So Goshen's getting a few points here. 16-5. They're a good team. They're not going. They're not going to
They're not just
walk.
going to give
They're-
away.
Yeah, they're not
They're
just
not
going to
gonna
walk
walk
away and say,
away.
"Oh, we're behind 16-1. We're going to lose this
They're
game."
picking it up.
Yep. Jerry blew the whistle to start when the girl that went and saved the ball was still up in the stands. He didn't realize there was a player went up and got that. Nice hit. Set by Bowman. Libby Evershine. And ball over. East Clinton hits it into the net and can't save it back out. 16-6. East Clinton still with a 10-point lead here. The freshman serving again. Got to check that. It's almost a back row attack by East Clinton. Bowman sets. Libby Evershine hits it hard.
There we go.
Yes, and Libby Evershine is only a sophomore. Lanny Clark back to serve.
I think she's
I
been
know it.
playing longer than.
No, that's not Lanny. That's Jerica Boggs. Jerica Boggs. Look. And nice. They got a little block at the net, but it went down and hit inbounds.
Been a couple years.
Yeah, 18-6. And Jerica Boggs again serving. Ooh, I tell you what, I'd be calling her for. Nice hit again by Libby Evershine. She's killing it at the net, and again, she's only a sophomore, so she'll be here 2 more years. Jerica Boggs back to serve again, 19-6. And set. Ball's hit over, saved by Libby, or Gracie, excuse me, and ball's hit inbounds. Again, Libby Evershine.
20-6.
20-6. Like I said, the team gets to 20 first, and usually when it's this far,
And there's a big spread here.
it's
this
more
time,
than
folks.
85%, yes. And set up, back row, Libro bumps it over. Set, Jerica. Libro saves it. And a nice block by Gracie Boggs. Great play. The ball was waiting for the ball to be hit, and then she just dumped it right back down on top of them. 21-6, East Clinton lead. Hit to the back row. And another block at the net, and a nice hard hit. I think that was by Bowman. Ball's hit over, saved by Jerica. Hard hit again by Libby Evershine. Man alive. I haven't counted how many points she's got.
I don't know.
Again, Jerica Boggs.
I don't
back
have
to
enough
serve.
fingers for that. I'm just.
Yeah, nice serve to the back row. Nice breaking down by Gracie Boggs. Great job.
There's just a tip over. There's a little tap.
She just goes up, and then, you don't know what they're going to
Just
do. Are they going to hit it
tap,
hard?
like,
or going...
am I going to spike this? Or am I just going to, tap it over?
And hit to the back row. Knocked off. And again, game point, East Clinton, 24-6. And ball brought up. Oh, 2. Good bring over. Lanny Clark brought that one back over. Nice hard hit out of bounds. And that is game. East Clinton wins 25-6. Hey, Mike, did that hit her, come over, hit her, and then go up like that? That's legal. It's like when the first ball over the net hits and goes up, that's one hit. As long as she doesn't use her shoulder to hit the ball, the hitting here and hitting there, that's legal. Huh? No, doesn't have to be.
No, I'm saying her first contact was up the net. She came down and put her hands up and hit here.
Right.
Then it hit her shoulder. And then she hit it with the bat. She actually hit the ball 3 times.
When she goes up to block, it's all.
She wasn't walking, she was already down on the ground.
No. You said she went up to block.
She went up and then she come back down.
Okay,
She's
but
off the net.
But was the first hit a block?
No.
Oh, then yeah. I thought if that would have been a block, then that's okay. You're right, then that's a double. Yeah. I've already told Bob to tell him. I told Bob to tell his captain to mention it. Yeah, that's referee's discretion. Again, some of those calls are referee's discretion.
I've
Do you call that a lift? Do
lost
you not call
my
it?
cameraman.
He's old. He's probably in the restroom.
So we're going to have to rely on Dean's camera for now. So
Is it turned off?
no, it's on.
Oh, it's on, but
it's
it's only
just
one spot.
staring at one wall. So sorry, folks. Please bear with Dean, whatever that means.
Okay, number 14, Delaney Gary is back to, she's their setter, and she's back to serve, and she's the one that's got the hard serve that goes down and just hits net. Here he comes.
Rick Phillips will be back eventually. This will be interesting.
Here comes our cameraman back,
They're playing, by the way.
and that's a good hit. Ball saved, just barely broke the plane, but it did, and Goshen killed it down for a point. You got to jump. Somebody from East Clinton has to jump up to block that ball right there. You can't just let the other team have a go at that live ball. Again, nice save by Libby Evershine. Ball's blocked. Gracie Evershine hit a hard one, but it was blocked, and she dinks this one over, but it's played. Goshen saves it. Second hit, brings it back. Nice save by Alexis. And hit, but out of bounds by about 4 inches by East Clinton. That was hit by Evershine. Again, it's 0-2.
So is this a best of 3 or 5
Best
tonight?
of 5. So
All right,
3 out of
so
5.
Got a bit to go, folks.
So we're at least going 4. Each team's 1-1, so we're at least going 4. 3-1 would win it. This game here
So
is
right
an important
now
game.
we're 1-1.
Oh, again, Alexis came up to play that ball, but it hit the net and took a drastic dive. She tried to make a valiant dive for it, but unfortunately, those are impossible to play right there. Again, 0-3. Both teams have started out 0-.
But this game, we see different players out on the court again.
Again,
different matchups.
East Clinton has to jump up to block it. They're just seeing it go over the net and letting it go, and the other team just jumping up and
They're
killing it.
completely different girls out on the court for Goshen. So maybe last game they were giving their first-string girls a rest.
That's not
perhaps?
normal. They've got injuries, and I think she's just trying to play, and then in trying to play different people, keeping people set. And that's a nice hard hit by Gracie Evershine off of the number 7, the libero for Goshen, and out of bounds. So East Clinton broke the chain this time at 1-4, only a 3-point difference. And in comes Bowman for East Clinton. Serves, and again, hard serve to the middle back and straight out of bounds. 2-4. So how East Clinton came back this time after being down compared to the first
And we
game is
still
big difference.
see the high spirits from the East Clinton
Ooh,
team, so
again, the hard jump serves are good, but sometimes if you get your hand ahead a little bit, you just serve it hard in the net. Number 12 and number 11 coming into the game for Goshen. Number 11 for Goshen is going back to serve, and that is Smith, I believe. Oh, no, excuse me, Esther Daniels. I don't know why I have a hard time with her name. And she serves directly into the net. Back to serve now is Gracie Evershine. Serve the back. Oh, there's a... Oh, the ball's over. Good save by East Clinton. I didn't think she hit it hard enough to get up. Set by Bowman. Libby Evershine serves, sets to the back row. Three to 6. Goshen got that point. Set by Bowman. She sets it immediately over. Caught him by surprise, but they were able to play it. Bowman gets again. Sets over here to Libby Evershine. Sets it over to the other side. Ball's brought up. Hit over by Goshen. And again, ball set just over the net, and Goshen brings it down for a point. East Clinton has to notice if those are just going to make it, they've got to get a body up there. Oh, that's a double, but East Clinton wasn't called. And nice hit down by number 16 for East Clinton, which is Cammy Whitaker. Lanny Clark goes in the game for East Clinton. She's in for Mackenzie Pence. Nice serve over the middle of the back. Set up, going to be from the back row by the Libero. Katrina Bowman knocks it over for East Clinton. Goshen setting up. Hit, but not a hard hit, but off of East Clinton's block and out of bounds. 8-4. East Clinton has to get something together again. We can't trail them 4 points all the rest of the way now. Set. Hit. Brought up. Oh, hit the top of that, brought back in. And back to serve again. And again, right smack into the net. We're having too many of those in this big a game. There's number 8, Cheyenne Thomas for them. Here comes Jerica Boggs in for East Clinton to serve. And immediately she serves hard and dug, but brought out of bounds. So East Clinton 6-9.
We've only got a 3-point spread now.
Jerica served some good hard ones last time. That's a nice soft, but she serves it straight out of bounds. She tried to take a little bit off of it that time, and unfortunately brought her arm through and brought it out of bounds. Hey, Mike. I was going to give you my glasses. He couldn't see the girls there wanting to come in. I was going to give you my glasses. Nice backward over the head by Boggs. Reese did a nice job. Lanny Boggs,
Someone
Lanny
needs
Clark.
to get there.
And there.
Onto the
Boy, I
floor.
tell you, that was going back and forth.
That was interesting.
You couldn't see him. I was going to give you my glasses. Oh.
Joe thinks he's reffing.
Up. Somebody in the front row had something in their hand that was reflecting over in the courts. Mike saw it. That's why he wasn't bringing it in there. And a nice serve by Libby Evershine for ace. 8-2. Or 8-10. 8-2 point difference.
8-10. 2-point difference.
And
they both touched the ball at the same time.
Yes,
that was interesting. Whose ball was it?
Both blocked it.
Everybody's ball.
That's called a joust. That's called a joust. When both teams hit the ball at the top of the net, and that's a joust, and they won the joust.
No, it's my ball. No, it's my ball.
Up, saved, brought back over. Bowman hits it to the back row. Set up. And finally, she did that. She did that before, yes. She's done that before. It was worse than that one, and this one he called. She goes up to grab the ball and
So for
throws
those
it
who
down.
may not know, Joe, can you explain the purpose of the person in the white jersey?
That's the Libero. Let me get this played and we'll go over that real quick. Hit out of bounds. On both teams have a Libero, and it's a lot of people pronounce it Libero, but it's Libero, Libero, or Iero, and they're a back row specialist. They play only the back row. They can serve in the back row. They can play any back row position, but they cannot jump higher than the net and hit a ball, where the ball's higher than the net, to the other side, in front of or in back of the line, and they can't set the ball with their fingers in front of the line higher than the net to be hit over. So a lot of tricky things you got to watch for. Goshen got the point on that last play. It served, and there goes back over. Nice hit over by Alexis.
I find it interesting that both of the people in the white jerseys on each of these teams are rather petite.
Usually that's back row people are shorter than front row people. So because the front row, you want tall to hit the net. Back row, you want somebody that's agile enough to go down and up. So they're usually shorter. Ball's being both sides. Bowman sets it for East Clinton. Hit over, blocked. Hit over and hit it out of bounds by Goshen, number 4. East Clinton, again, staying at that number 2 point difference, 11-13. In number 16, Cammie Whitaker coming back in the game for Jerica Boggs. For East Clinton, Katrina Bowman in the back end, again, hits it into the net. Guys, when you're behind, you cannot hit the ball into the net. You got to keep the ball in play. Let the other team make the mistake that gets you the point. If you serve in the net, you're just giving them a point. You're just giving them a point. When you're behind, you can't give the other team points. Number 11 serving for Goshen, and she serves into the net.
To the net.
Well, they just gave it back to us, so we'll take it. All right. Evershine back to serve. Gracie Evershine. Ball's over it. Back row and brought back. Alexis over to Libby Evershine. Hits it hard down. Brought back over. Libby Evershine again to the back row. And nobody hits it. They set the ball up, everybody thinking somebody else was going to hit it, and nobody does. So East Clinton's now within 1 point.
1 point.
Oh, they were out of position, but got back in the nick of time.
Ooh, they are tied.
They are tied, 14 all.
14.
Here comes East Clinton.
Here we go.
And ball's up. And knocked down by East Clinton.
15 East Clinton, 14
East Clinton
Goshen.
right now is doing what Goshen did to them, hitting the ball at the net and hitting it straight down where they don't have a chance for a block. And a nice serve
16,
by Gracie. 16-14.
East
Clinton goes to a 2-point lead. Their coach is asking for something, and they're getting the explanation from the official. She's okay with that. Ball served over by East Clinton, and they weren't ready for it. And
she wasn't ready.
17-14 timeout. Goshen. East Clinton's leading 17-14. From the time it was 0-3, that's a 6-point spread.
I think they're asking if they're allowed to just tip it over the net.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's allowed.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
They're the ones doing the illegal setting over here, Goshen side. She's bringing it down. Both teams are hitting the ball right at the net. A couple calls each way could be over the, hitting it too soon before it gets to the net. But that's both sides, and they've not called any on either side. So it's been, I don't know what else.
Pretty fair
I think
on the
she
not
could be
calling enough stuff. So
I don't know what, if the ball gets hit down to somebody.
If you want them to call everything, then we're going to be here all night. But if you want to do that, we can do that. We can get finicky. But we're going to get real finicky. We're going to get Joe Davis to go ref. I'll just film it all.
I like sitting here and talking about it. It makes it a lot easier. It's a lot different when you're standing up there than when you're sitting down here. East Clinton still. Gracie Evershine with the serve. Nice hard hit to the back row. Again, goes backwards but brought back forward. Bing to our back row. Alexis Roth hits it up. Bowman sets it. Libby Evershine hits a nice hard down. Oh, that's a lift. That's a lift. Not called.
Can't get mad about that.
Oh, yeah. When you go out with the hand, when you go out with the palm and just hit the ball up, that's a lift.
Yeah.
And that's all she did. You can
and that
fist it.
wasn't even called.
You can fist it, but you can't. But East Clinton got that point. Here comes another hit up at the net. Oh, that's a double, not called. The setter went up to try to bring the ball down, and that was a bad set. Nice save by Bowman over the net. Goshen has it set. Brought over and found the empty spot. So it's 18-15, East Clinton leading by 3 as Goshen gets the ball. Is that the freshman, number 13,
yes,
back to
is.
serve again? When I look back and I can't tell the number, that's usually when I know it's the freshman. Oh, nice set over by Libby, but they played it back. That was on
in.
the line. Yes, it was.
That was in.
Yep, their coach even nods her head, yes.
19-15.
It looked like it was going out when it went over the net.
That was in.
That ball just died, went straight down.
We got it on camera.
4-point difference as they get close to that 20 mark.
That was out.
And that was a long hit, 19-15, 20-15. So with a 5-point
20-15.
lead, we get to that. I saw some losses here with this year with other teams, so it's not 100%, but usually, like I said, 85% of the time. Oh, that ball was going to go out. Saved, though. Brought over. Goshen has it. Served over. Saved. Bowman hits it over. Sets it over, actually. And blocked at the net, going out of bounds, brought back. Oh, it hits the antenna. Hits the antenna. East Clinton, 21-15, 6-point lead. And the serving right now for East Clinton is
Number one,
Mackenzie Pence. And she just served that one.
out.
Wood figured about the time I bring it to her attention who's serving, she serves a long hit. And she's out, and back to play for her is Lanny Clark. I think it's Laney. I think she pronounced
Yeah,
it
it's
Laney.
probably Laney.
Oh, again, when that ball's just clearing the net, everybody for East Clinton backs up.
Yep.
All you got to do is just touch it and drop it. You got to go up and play that ball. You got to be there. You cannot let that ball just
21-17.
be hitting straight down.
All right, come on.
Libby Evershine knocks it over, brought back by Goshen, and again finds that empty spot right back there. Cross when the person is at the net on that side right there, her main spot to hit
Then
is
they
right
just
there. That's her
open-
main,
they just
and
leave it
nobody's there.
open.
It's there, and that's the main
It's
spot
odd.
to
They
hit.
just leave a weak spot,
Oh,
and they know that's their weak spot. They
and
just
they're
leave it
making
open.
a comeback. It's 21-19, 2-point difference, and East Clinton calls a timeout.
But it's interesting that they've. I feel like you,
Broke my knuckle.
when you notice you have a weak spot, that you just keep leaving it open.
Yes.
Like, hey, I notice I have this weak spot. Maybe I should cover it up.
Yeah.
Like, maybe we should address this.
Well, when the ball goes to that girl right there, especially number 12, whoever's back here needs to take a
Fill
couple
it in.
steps. Yeah, just take a couple
Just-
steps this way. I think they're afraid, oh, if I move over, they're going to hit there. But the angle is worse there.
Yeah. Getting in that trajectory would be harder than getting it.
They've got 4 points in a row. East Clinton has put a stop to this right now. And they don't have to.
They don't have
did
to
it.
because that serve was.
You don't know how many times
Right
after a
into the
timeout
net.
the next serve is into the net.
I don't know if they just lose the momentum and they're like, okay, I'm just going to serve it into the net.
22 points. East Clinton 3 points away from victory. 3, and Jerica Boggs back to serve. Nice serve to the back row. Set up. And East Clinton throws it over. Back row. Goshen. Again, there, she's over
There
here
we go.
this time.
We're in the hole. Come on.
Libby goes up, hit it hard. Brought over by Goshen, just tapped over. Set up by East Clinton. Libby Evershine didn't get a good hit on it, but got up. One. Bowman sets. Libby's up. Again,
Yep.
goes down. Nice hit. She went to go down,
23-19.
and the ball hit the top of the net. Was she calling timeout? Nope. Thought she was.
All right.
23-19. Jerica Boggs, nice set to the back row. Set over. Ball went over East Clinton. Libby up, hits hard down. I tell you, for a sophomore, she hits
Yes.
that ball hard.
24-19.
24-19,
Game
game
point.
point.
Nice serve.
Oh, there was another, yes. Game, that was good call. Very good call. She's throwing it down. She's grabbing, throwing, grabbing, throwing. She's changing. She's changing direction. That's a good call. She's going. For those watching this on television, she's going up with her hand, making contact, and then changing directions with a throw, which is illegal. Yes.
At the end of the game, see if we can get a couple girls to come up and be on the air with us.
Okay.
We could hear that.
Hey, Bob.
Let me turn your mic off, Joe.
After the game, pick out a couple girls.
Let me turn your mic back on. All right, you're back on.
Yeah.
What did he
All
say?
right. I'm going to try to have. Oh, I can't even hear myself there. Can you hear me?
I can
All
hear
right.
you.
A while ago, I could hear myself in my ear. Now, all of a sudden, I can't hear myself that well. We're going to try to have some East Clinton girls after the game, win or lose, to have a little talk after the game since it's
Oh,
their
a
home
little
game. And right now,
after
they're
show.
ahead 2-. We used to do this for Wilmington basketball a lot, and East Clinton basketball when we did the games. I love doing little. I just ask a couple questions, let them do all the talking. You know?
Yeah, we did that a lot. Oh, you were there, obviously. Semi-pro football. We'd
Yes,
interview
yes,
before the games, the players, both of the teams.
Right, have them
before
come
the
up.
games.
And again, we don't talk. We just
Yeah, we just asked them a few
ask them
questions,
couple
and they'd come
put the
and
ball in their
sit
court,
and
and they loved.
talk. They love to talk. Love to talk.
Especially those old men in the semi-pro.
Oh, especially Antonio Davis.
Oh yes, yes.
Could he talk?
Oh
I think we could have a whole show of just Antonio Davis.
yes,
Shout out to Antonio Davis if
he
he's
was
watching
good.
this.
He was good.
Big Chiefin, which is now I think they've changed their name to the Chargers. Some kind of
Oh,
number.
really?
It's like 88 Chargers or something. It's like, I don't know. They've changed their name.
Somebody on their team's a Charger fan,
yeah,
probably.
they're no longer the Chiefs.
And the Chiefs are one of the best teams in football, so I don't know why
Yes,
you'd want
they've
to go
changed
away
their
from
name.
them.
Well, the PAFL is disbanded. I think they've rejoined like the BCFL,
Yeah, but if I'm going to name
and they've
myself
they've changed their team name.
if
So.
I'm going to name myself after somebody, and I'm not, it's not Bengals because you're in the Cincinnati.
Yeah.
It's a wait.
It's
it's another team.
It's another team because I don't think they're.
The Chiefs would be a nice team to name myself
Yeah.
after. They're up there.
Yeah, I don't
they won the
know.
Super Bowl. They're doing good this year.
I don't know.
They just beat the best in the NF or AFL.
AFL, I think
North,
they won the Super
AFC
Bowl.
North.
I don't know.
Everybody
I think
thought
they're
that,
just rebranding.
everybody thought that was going to be a close game, and
I saw a picture
just pulled
of
it
their
away.
new uniforms on Facebook, and they look pretty cool. But anyway, I digress.
She is bad.
By the way, besides the East Clinton versus Blanchester game, football-wise, that we'll be doing on Friday, we will also be doing the Wilmington versus Clinton Massey football game on Friday night as well, which is another big rivalry
I'm
here.
not sure I want to be at that game. Really,
I will not be covering that game. I'll be covering the
Well, even-
East
I'm-
Clinton
and I'm not
versus
saying- I'm
Blanchester
not-
game.
I'm not saying-
no, it will be
but I'm not saying
an
I'm.
interesting game, that's for sure.
I'm not saying I don't want to be
I
there
think
because of I'm East Clinton or
No,
Clinton or
I think
Wilmington.
it'll
It's
be
just
a-
that sometimes I'm not sure it's going to be interesting.
No,
hope
I
it's
think it'll be a
interesting.
blowout game.
Yes, I do
To be
too.
honest, I'm just being honest.
East Clinton gets the point on the first serve of this game. Ball comes over, East Clinton hits it down, and they can't bring it back over
I
the
mean,
net.
the rivalry is real
Yes, Bowman is hitting. Well,
between the coaches.
between the coaches, because our head coach, Wilmington's head coach, used to be their offensive coordinator when they went to the state.
Once upon a time.
And when he came to Wilmington, it was thought it was going to bring the dynasty. And unfortunately, injuries really killed Wilmington for a couple years when they did have the players and the thing. And then since then, Wilmington just can't get it together anymore.
But anyway, tune in. It will be on campusnation.com as
that a
well
touch?
on Friday night. So
Nope. Called it out. I thought it was a touch. No call. And
it will be on for your viewing pleasure and all over town
2-1.
in Clinton County.
East Clinton leading. Well, a lot of Wilmington players are now going out to East Clinton or Clinton Massey and
Oh,
playing.
yeah.
So that hurts
So-
Wilmington's team quite a bit. And nice hit by Whitaker.
Which,
and
to
ball
my
is hit in.
understanding, is also the difficulty with, having players here, too. When you have the
Yes.
smaller selection of people to
You're-
play,
A lot of
obviously it's
basketball
going to
players.
be
They lose
hard.
a lot of basketball players to other schools because
When you have to have your players play both directions, for example,
yeah.
they get tired easier than
Well,
when you have 100 players on your team versus
East
45.
East Clinton's a small school, about around 100 or less sometimes in their senior class. And they've got to have everybody that's athletic playing sport at the same time, and they don't have it. They got a lot of people that are very athletic because there's so much to do anymore. They don't want to play basketball or football.
There's a
or-
huge difference. And then, you've got, for example, at Wilmington, lacrosse is a huge thing, and,
Goshen had a chance to open it up on East Clinton and just served it straight out of bounds. So it's 3-4. East Clinton only down 1. Gracie Evershine back to serve. Nice hard hit, and it's ricocheted out of bounds by Goshen, so it's tied up 4-4.
And I know at the beginning of this year when they were debating having the spring sports in the fall,
Right.
that they were going to make people choose between playing a fall and a spring sport.
Right.
That was going to be a major
that's a
issue.
double. That's out of bounds. Yeah, Mike let the coach sway him on that, but it was out of bounds. Ball came over this side of the antenna. Ball came this side of the antenna. Mike with it. That's said by the people who are complaining about every call up here. One of the fans for East Clinton was yelling at the other coach, "You can't complain about every call."
I know.
But they're the ones complaining about
Harping
every call.
about every call.
And nice serve over the net. 3 hits, brought back over. Alexis Roth brings it up. Set and down. Ooh. Nice save. And hit into the net. Great job. Yeah, Katrina Bowman made a great save of the ball, dying at the net, bringing it up with her fist. Very hard to bring out right there. And East Clinton ended up getting the point with a 3-point lead now. Oh, that ball was going to go out, but saved by East Clinton. Libby Evershine up, hit, and
East Clinton playing.
couldn't play it. East Clinton has now doubled the score on them, and a minute ago it was 4-2 the other team. And Katrina Bowman back sets. And, the ball hit the back line. Okay, that's where I thought that ball was a while
was
ago
gonna
that
say,
was called
well,
out, but that one was called in.
I'm pretty sure that was in.
I thought it was in, but I thought the other one was in.
It's a little hard from the position we're sitting in because we're on the
we're-
line, basically at the net, so
Nice ball at the net. Brought up, set, hit over by Goshen. Nice Alexis Roth. Katrina Bowman sets. Libby Evershine hits down and off the block and down. That's when the block hurts the other team. The other girl's going to play it, but the block slows it down, puts a top spin on it, and it can't be played. 10-4, East Clinton stretched up to 6-point lead. Nice play by Gracie Evershine. Libby Evershine up, hits it down hard. That's a double, not called. And the ball down, and that's a double hit too. 4-11, East Clinton leading. Gracie Evershine. Nice hit to the back row and immediately just set down timeout. 12-4, East Clinton with a timeout by Goshen.
I don't know if the teams are just getting tired or they're losing
Well,
the chutzpah. Or
In Goshen's behalf, they do have a couple players hurt, and one of them is one of their senior starters.
Okay.
So, that's affecting them to a degree. The other thing is, they just lost 2 in a row, and it could have been after the injuries. They lost their last 2 games to Western Brown and to New Richmond, and now they come in here.
Might be
They're playing
downing their
They're playing a
spirits a little
smaller
bit.
school.
and
They could be coming in
they're-
thinking, okay, we're going to
we're
rule
going to
this,
win this, and then
and East Clinton's coming back. Now, they know East Clinton's record, but they're probably thinking, well, they play smaller schools. We're going to win this game. And East Clinton's
But it's
gonna
not
go
the
for real.
automatic win that
No.
they were probably thinking they were walking into.
I have had many schools this year in Cincinnati area, and East Clinton would have beat them. Indian Hill, which they lost to, East Clinton would beat. I've had Indian Hill. East Clinton should beat Indian Hill, no problem. Up the net, nice brought down. Saved, all coming way out of bounds. Saved back. Alexis Rolfe saves it at the line. Katrina Bowman sets, and it's going to be hit way too hard. Pence went up to make a nice hit. She just didn't get the leap she thought and was hitting from
sometimes
underneath.
bigger doesn't always mean better.
Yes,
know.
you're right.
And smaller, you can train harder with your team.
Esther
you
Daniels
know.
back to serve. Oh, that was going out of bounds, and she jumps up and saves it. If you got to put your hand way above your head to hit the ball, the odds are.
That was just a gentle tap.
Yeah, well, she mishit it. That's when the mishit actually becomes it's almost like a change-up in baseball. It looks like it's going to be a fastball, and it's a slow, and she looks like she's going to hit it hard and just barely touched it.
That accidentally worked out for me.
Up. Nice hard hit down, and it's in. Players are complaining about something, but I didn't see nothing to complain about.
I thought that was a clean hit.
And the ball hit the net, not any players. And if the ball hits the net, you can't say the hand hit it sometimes because the net's moving. Did the hand hit the net or did the net hit the hand?
Yeah, I mean.
13-7 on the serve into the net. Libby Evershine is coming out for Lainey Clark. Bowman sets it up. Well, that was Gracie Evershine, not Libby Evershine, excuse me. Got the break. Oh, hit to the back row, and the freshman went to set it off her chest up, and it slipped right through her fingers. And in comes Jerica Boggs to serve. 14-7 double score. Lead. Bill Dink over the net, but East Clinton playing for it. Set over to this side. Libby Evershine up, hits it hard, but out of bounds. She's back off the net there a little bit. To get the height over the net, it's hard to get it to come down.
Yeah, it's also hard when you're that tall and you're that strong to.
Number 8 was back to serve. I started to say, well, number 8 the last several times has hit smack into the net, and she smacked into the net on her serve. At least I didn't say it and jinx her. It happened before I said it. Libby Evershine's back to serve, and what does she do? She serves it smack into the net. Guys, that's giving the other team a point, both sides.
What I want to know is how number 11 for Goshen chews gum while doing this and doesn't choke on it. What magical power is that? I'm not coordinated enough to do that. Like, I can't walk and chew gum and not.
Nice hit by Libby Evershine from the back row. Yeah. Oh,
but you also know me, Joe Davis,
yes.
so.
Oh, no comment. I'm no commenting on any of this here. Ball is being boomed up into the ceiling, brought back down. Hit over by Goshen. Set up by East Clinton. And hit hard again. Hit the ceiling, and that changes everything. I have referees that will put a piece of hard candy in their mouth when they're refereeing basketball, running up and down the floor with a whistle in their mouth. I cannot do that.
How does it not get stuck to the whistle?
I can't even put chewing. I used to chew chewing gum playing, but not refereeing with a whistle in your mouth. And nice serve on out of bounds.
That would be distracting to me. I don't know.
Gracie Boggs made a nice serve. The back row hit out of bounds. 17-9. East Clinton has a nice lead. Gracie Boggs back to serve again. She's been serving nice tonight, Gracie has. Nice serve to the back row. Whip, set. Oh, hit to the back. Set up. In on the line, yes.
What is so confusing to me is they complain about when it hits the net, but yet it's still in play when it hits the ceiling.
Right.
Like it can hit the rafters.
It can hit the rafters and play. It just
God
can't hit.
forbid it hits
over.
the net.
If it hits the net, the ceiling and goes over, it's illegal. But if it hits and comes on your side, you can still play. Gracie Boggs, another nice set to the back row, set up. Dinked over, nice save by Libby Evershine. Hit Libby Evershine makes that play. Set up, and it hit the net, or hit the antenna, excuse me. Hit the antenna. Gracie Evershine couldn't get there high enough and quick enough to save that ball. It just went straight to the antenna.
Now, obviously, when I cheered for volleyball in college, we didn't have to worry about it hitting the ceilings because our gymnasiums were so much higher. You know, we didn't have to worry about that.
Set up, hit down, nice hit, yeah. That was a great hit down. I believe that was by number 8 for East Clinton. Lily. Oh, nice save by the libero for Goshen. Up, off the block, set up over. East Clinton knocks over the net, hits it. Goshen's got it, set up, third hit, and nobody there to play the ball. 3 people up close to the net, 1 person back in a big hole in the middle, which was hit. 19-11, East Clinton's got a nice 8-point lead, but again, last game they let Goshen come back before they finally won it. You know, you got them down, keep them down. Nice setup, set up. It's going to be a little long this time.
I mean, you make that much of a spread. Keep the spread.
This is the one that gets them a lot of points on her serve. That's their setter. Up. Whitaker served hit the last one just a little long, hit that one into the net. 6-point lead, still wasting. You know, side out right here will still give them a 7-point lead with 20 points. They need a side out right here. And again,
into the net.
Their server hits it into the net. Again,
so now we got to 20 to 13.
For Goshen's side, if you're down 12 to 20 or 13 to 20, 13-19, you've got to get them over. You can't hit that ball in the net. Yeah, nice serve to the back row. Blocked at the net. The ball's going to go over. Goshen almost didn't hit it. Come back over. East Clinton sets it up.
Come on, get it over.
4 hits. Didn't know if they were ever going to call it. (20-14). East Clinton with a 6-point lead. Number 11, Esther Daniels back to serve. Bowman sets it up. Libby. And comes out of bounds. Nice hit.
21
Libby
to
Evershine.
14.
Nice attack.
All right. Who's
Here comes Gracie Evershine out.
All right.
No, wait a minute. Is that Gracie? Hold it. Let me check.
We got Clark.
Lily
serving.
came out.
Lainey
not
Clark
Evershine.
is going to serve.
Lainey Clark is serving.
Nice serve.
Lily and Gracie Evershine both are blondes with their hair tied back, and you know when you first glance at them, you get them mixed up. I know both girls, but I still get them mixed up.
No, one has dark hair. One has blonde hair.
Well, they're blondish, dark blonde. Oh, she hit the net. Not everybody. All right. Nice. Yes, good set.
Yeah,
yes.
I was going to say that was
She set it
clean.
over everybody's head right to the perfect spot.
22
to 16. East Clinton's 3 points away from the win of all 3 games. Again, we got Jerica Boggs in. Nice serve to the back row. Set. And let it go. Good job.
And I think that was out.
Yes, it was. It's out by about a foot. And again, that's another one that was way up over their head. They almost tried to play. If it's that high, let it go.
Just let it go.
23.
Just let Olaf start singing.
Yeah. Block, but first hit, second hit. Set, back row attack. Oh, a double, no call. That ball came out of her hand spinning like a top. Oh, no, she went straight down. That's legal. That's straight down. That's legal. You got to be under the ball to lift it. She was above the ball and brought it down. Not a lift, but it's East Clinton ball on game point, 24-17.
All right.
Libby Evershine back to serve, goes in the middle and down for an ace,
Yeah.
and that's the ball game. All
There you
three
go.
games, East Clinton wins, 25-17. Is that only second game for
That
win
was the fourth game.
I missed the score on the other one.
Oh.
Thank you. I got to go down there. I'll get mine. That was not. That's straight down.
How was that? Yeah.
What she's doing is catching it here and then changing. She's on top of it down. That's legal.
That's legal, I know. Are you going to do it out there or here?
Right here. I want to sit down in those chairs. Yeah, I was saying I was down. I couldn't hear myself. All right. Can you all both hear me?
Yes.
All right. Oh, that was cool. Can we do that one more time? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Oh, that is great. Look at the camera, smile. All right, you guys played a great game tonight. The whole team played a great game tonight. I don't know how many times I mentioned your name tonight, both of your names. Unfortunately, you said so quickly and stuff. A lot of times, though, I'm saying the ball set over because I don't have time to say Katrina Bowman set the ball over. But many times I did. Great sets, I did mention it one time on a great save. Balls coming down by the net, almost impossible to play. It's not hitting the net, and you did a great job of fisting it up, making a save, and somebody else, probably her, knocked it over. We got the point.
Thanks.
Great play. You, for a sophomore, aren't you a sophomore?
Yes.
You looked at me sort of funny, like, are fantastic.
Thank you.
Like East Clinton's got you for a couple more years.
Thank you.
That's grateful. Tell us. Okay, I'm going to let you guys do the talking now. I did my stuff. First, we'll go to you. Going into this game, what was on your mind?
We watched film on them against Western Brown, and they had really good hitters. And I think one of their best hitters was out tonight.
Right.
So we were expecting more from
Right.
them, but I knew our passing had to be on, and it was. So, yeah.
Great. And again, I refereed Goshen earlier this year against Bland. Of course, Bland's not as strong as team in this league. But still, I got to see them play. I knew they were a decent team.
Yeah.
I projected coming in this game was going 5, and it was going to be close all 3 games. I didn't know until I got here, though, that, again, one of their
Yeah.
outside hitters was hurt, which made a little bit of a difference. But it didn't really pertain to you girls.
No.
One thing we brought up earlier was the first game, you guys got started off, was it 6-0?
Yeah.
5-0?
slow.
I
Yeah.
think, and then you guys got point and came back. And you were down 5-0 when the game ended, it was 25-20, 5-point difference.
Yeah.
But as I mentioned to them, that when you started the second game, you weren't thinking about the first game, in my
No.
opinion. From my knowledge of East Clinton and being around Bob Malone, the reserve coach, that you girls were already thinking of the win you're going to have in the second game.
Yeah.
And basically that's what you had. So what went through your mind today?
I was ready to play. We were excited. We know Goshen is a really good team. We knew it was going to be a good game, but we came in focused. We did start out a little slow, but we came back and we were ready to play.
And if you ever watch the game, again, it's going to be on Campus Nation. You guys who played it can now go back and watch it. You can hear me. I was even calling some of the things that were happening that some people behind me were calling. But what got me is like, that was an illegal hit. Oh, that was it from the fans and all this stuff. And I'm even agreeing, saying, oh, yeah, that was a double. Oh, that was not called. But the next play, boom, you guys got point. So it was almost like, who cares?
Yeah.
we just got it back and played on. And that's how you play. It's like where the fans are all upset about a play, about not being called. You guys go, okay, that call didn't go our way. Big deal. We'll just get the ball back on the next play. And that's how you play. That's how you look. One thing she brought up was how you smiling the whole game. East Clinton, the first game, you're behind. But you guys always had that smile on your face. You always, and you play well. Now, one thing I started to bring up on earlier, I didn't. Something happened and it brought we changed, but was you guys, again, for me being around Bob Malone, because he took my class to become a volleyball official this year, and I've known Bob for years. You guys are a close unit on and off the field all summer long. That's one thing that makes you guys a great team. You're not just a bunch of girls that come in and play volleyball together and then boom, go. You are together a lot. You eat out together a lot. You do things together a lot. You get things set up for helping people a lot.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I think it unifies you guys together as one, rather than 6 different girls on that floor playing volleyball. Does it affect you guys when one player goes out, one player goes in?
Well, we're all one big family. We're tight, and we play. Whoever's in, we come together and we adjust to whatever.
Now, are you thinking ahead to whoever you got coming up?
We have Blanchester tomorrow.
Right.
We played them on our senior night, and it was
killed 'em.
Yeah, we killed them. So.
I reffed that game.
Yeah.
and then the next night I had Blanchester Goshen the very next night.
Really?
So all these teams were all together, but I've seen them both. Again, you can't let your guard down from Blanchester.
Yeah.
I mentioned later they're not as strong as the other. They're still a viable team, and anybody can jump up and beat anybody in a game like this. Just like your reserve team that should have probably won in 2, end up losing in 2 tonight. Well, and I think one thing is the other team had already played your freshman team, and it loosened them up.
Yeah.
So the first game, okay, but second game you guys came out playing loose, but then end up losing it at the end. But you never know what's going to happen in a game like this.
Yeah.
You've also got coming up Williamsburg. Now, what's your feelings about Williamsburg? First you.
We started out really slow the first time we played them, and I think we really got in our heads because they've beaten us the past couple years. So it's definitely a mental game, but I think we know that we're capable of it now. So when we play them here, I think it's going to be a much different outcome.
What's your feeling?
Next time we see Williamsburg, we're ready to bring it, ready to pound it.
I refereed last year when you played Williamsburg. I had your game. I'm up, and I told the coaches afterwards, I could see, I'm watching the game. You guys came out the second game and just took it to them, beat them. Next game up, you guys started ahead, and then all of a sudden Williamsburg came back. And when Williamsburg came back last year, the second game, I saw you guys go, here they come. They're going to kill us. We're going to, that's in the next game. The next game wasn't even close. It was like 25-8. You guys lost. And it was like, what happened? You guys killed them. And it's here. And just, you said it a second ago, it's in our head. And we got in our head a minute ago. That's what you said. And I told Bob earlier, I didn't get to see the first game because I was refereeing, but he said it to me. He goes, we've got a mental thing against Williamsburg. They've graduated 7 seniors last year. It's a different team. You guys are out there this year. They should be fearing you. And I think they probably are fearing you coming in. It's like, they got an unbeaten record. They don't want to lose it. And they're coming into the enemy ground. What you guys got to do is just play them like you just play Goshen. You'll beat them. They're no better than Goshen. Really. They got one girl in the middle that's good at dinking the ball over. You got to watch her because she's great at that. Other than that, you guys can get them. Another game that, and I'm going to try to talk Rick into doing this game, the Miami Trace game coming up.
Oh, yeah. We're ready for that
I
one.
had them the other day. They're improved. You're improved. That's going to be a game. I'm looking forward to that. Are we cutting out on time? Are we okay on time? Okay. So, you got 2 big games. You got other games coming up, but don't look past them. But that I'm going to try to talk Rick into us doing the Miami Trace game like we just did tonight because I'm off that night until somebody calls me with a volleyball game, which I could have been at Wilmington tonight. But since I was already scheduled to be here, I gave it up to be here to watch you guys beat Goshen.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations on both of you having great games tonight.
Thank you.
congratulate the rest of the team because everybody had a great game
Yeah.
tonight. Everybody played good. Good luck for the rest of the season, and good luck against Williamsburg.
Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much.
And that's his for Campus Nation. You want to close this out?
Thank you for watching CampusNation.com. I'm Sydney Alexis Phillips. This is Joe Davis, our cameraman on the main camera. Rick Phillips, our other cameraman, who you saw earlier momentarily, Dean Thompson. Tune in to the East Clinton versus Blanchester football game here Friday night. And the other football game that we'll be covering is Clinton Massey versus Wilmington, also Friday night on CampusNation.com and our sister station, WZAA 106.9 LPFM out of Jeffersonville, Ohio. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.